Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Infinite Crypto Cruisers. Hi there, I am Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel. I am so excited to come to you tonight. I'm sure that there's a lot of you folks that are out there that are having a bad day, that are looking at this crypto market and it just makes you sick. And I'm here to give you some hope. I'm here to give you a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. Folks, one of the reasons that I created this YouTube channel was because I came into the market towards the end of 2017. I came in at the absolute worst time that you could have ever come into the market, barring what's happened recently. But if you go back, to 2017, 2018, during that bull run, I came in right at the peak of that bull run, and I got slaughtered in 2018 and 19 and 20. So I understand how you're feeling, folks. But I tell you what, I feel so blessed to be in this moment right now. Even though there was a time when I thought I had all of the crypto that I ever needed to be financially free for the absolute rest of my life, and that didn't turn out to be totally true, just like you guys, this has put a little bit of a hurting on me. But I am optimistic and I'm so excited because there's tokens like Luna. Terra Luna, I heard about what a great token it was, but I wasn't able to ever buy any. There's thousands and thousands of cryptos out there and you make your choices. I have a lot of Polkadot and Chainlink, but I didn't have any Luna. Today I was able to pick up some Luna at 15 bucks. It was 100 and some odd dollars not too long ago, and it was $90 just 48 hours ago. Now, might it go lower? Absolutely. In 2018, every time I thought we'd hit the bottom, it kept going lower. 2019 kept going lower. 2020, I believe it was March, right around March 20th of 2020, Bitcoin crashed all the way down to around $3,200 for a minute from its all-time high of almost $20,000. So, folks, I've been through it. I know how you're feeling. And I think that's a good reason for you to come check out this channel, to subscribe to the channel, and to stay with me because I'm going to help you navigate these muddy waters, going to help you get through what's coming and come out on the other side of it, multi-millionaires, ready to enjoy life the way that you deserve it. I just spent the last 10 minutes. One of the things that I do every single day now, part of my 75 hard program, is I visualize my life and the way that I want it to be for 10 minutes. And I am so excited because I know that this temporary downturn is going to allow me to accumulate a bunch of crypto that I probably would have never accumulated at the higher prices that it was several months ago. And it's going to help me to be even more financially free, more wealthy, and be able to do more of the things that I want to do. With that, folks, let me get over here to the chat and say hello. I appreciate you all for being on here. It's great to have you. Hi there, Arnan. Thank you for being here. We got What's Up. I can't talk today. Watch Up Skies. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Miku Mendoza. Hey, brother. Man, why don't you tell these folks in the chat how amazing our private Telegram group is. Miku is one of the guys that's in the private Telegram group, the investment group. He gets to see what I'm doing on a minute-by-minute basis, any trades that I'm making in the 10K to 100K bankroll challenge. Just 20 bucks a month, folks, to join this private investment group. So, hey, Miku, thank you very much, brother. I tell you what, man, that means a lot to me. I do. That really means a lot to me. And this is why. This is my very first super chat. For those of you that don't know, I started this YouTube channel back in April of last year, but I didn't really get serious until July. July is when I started doing some regular content and really taking this YouTube channel seriously. So it just got monetized just in the last week or two. And I wasn't able to, you're not able to accept super chats until your channel is monetized. So thank you very much, Miku, man. I appreciate that, brother. You're my first super chat, man. And that means a lot to me. I'll never forget that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. What else? We got Alexander Kivy. Hi, Alexander. How are you today, man? I hope you're not letting this market get you down too much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the subscribe. Hey, there's my favorite lady in the whole world. That's my wife. For those of you that don't know, she gets on most of my live streams. She's invaluable. She helps me so much. Anytime I'm missing important chats, she lets me know. She on my game show Sunday, which we actually had yesterday because it was a day late. She's always there helping me with my game show Sunday, getting the contestants. I love you so much, babe. Thank you for being here. So, my wife can attest that this is really me. Like I'm not sitting behind my desk crying all day about how horrible the market is and how miserable my life is, and then I turn on my game face, folks. I promise you, although I'm not excited, I don't love the way the market has been for sure. Believe me, I much rather Bitcoin have gone to $100,000 at the end of last year and then hit 150,000 in the first couple months of this year, like everybody expected. And I probably would have had, I don't know how much money I would have had. It's hard to say, but I would have had millions and millions and millions of bucks probably in that case. Instead, everything has come down and crashed 50, 70, 80, 90%. So believe me, folks, if there was somebody that really could take this last few months and really be sick about it, I could be one of those people. For a lot of folks that are newer to crypto, this really shouldn't upset you that much. If you've got 10,000 invested in crypto and now it's worth 2 or 3 or 4,000, that's okay. Get excited about the fact that you get an opportunity to buy tokens like Chainlink and Matic and Polkadot and Luna and Bitcoin and Ethereum for that matter too, at rock bottom prices that I wasn't sure we would ever see again. Now, with that, folks, take this with a grain of salt. I'm optimistic for the future, but I'm also sober enough to realize that there could still be some pain left in this market. Bitcoin is still sitting at 30,000. Bitcoin could crash on us all the way down to 20,000. I don't think it's going to go any lower than 20, but we could see 20, 25, $25,000 Bitcoin potentially. So I wouldn't go all in. And so let me get to the bankroll challenge a little bit. Let me get to a little bit about what that's all about. For those of you that are just watching this for the first time, I started a $10,000 to $100,000 bankroll challenge a few weeks ago. I have a great community member, a friend. His name's Bill V. He lives in Washington State, and he put up the $10,000 for me to do this bankroll challenge. Now, these are the rules of the challenge. I wanted to have some skin on the line, so my agreement with Bill is if I lose the $10,000, I owe him 5 grand of it. I'll give him $5,000 back. So technically, half of the $10,000 I'm on the line for gives me, some motivation to make sure that I'm not just doing reckless, crazy stuff, trying to get lucky. That I really have a formulated plan that I'm working hard on. Second thing is, I did also make a deal with Bill that if I run the 10,000 up to $100,000, I get to keep 25 grand. He gets $75,000. So I also have an incentive to do well because I make $25,000 if I turn the 10 grand into 100 grand. The only rule of the bankroll challenge is there are no rules. I can do whatever I want to do with that $10,000 crypto related. We never really discussed me doing anything outside of crypto with it. And so I would say that that would be one rule is that I want to stay inside crypto with that $10,000. But I can buy, I can sell, I can long the market, I can short the market, I can use leverage, I can use all of the tools at my disposal. And that's part of what this challenge is all about. And I'm pretty excited to be working on this challenge during these tough times, because if I can turn 10,000 into 100,000 over the next few months with these market conditions, what can I do during a bull market? It'll be unbelievable. So real quick, folks, let me see here. My sweetheart says we need to get you a better camera, babe. I'm all for that. I think you're right. It's time. I definitely want my viewers to be getting a good experience. I want you guys to be able to see me loud and clear and to be able to enjoy these videos. And if the pixelation, if the camera is not working right, now my camera looks pretty good to me, babe. You might be downstairs and maybe it's just your computer. What does everybody else think in the chat? You guys seeing me pretty clear? Or am I pixelated and is my camera not working so well today? Either way, I do agree with my sweetheart. We need another camera. Real fast here. before I go into the numbers on the Bankroll challenge, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I've done over the last couple of weeks, what I've bought, what I've sold, just the trades that I've made, and let you in on what the portfolio looks like for that $10,000, what's left, and blah, blah, blah. But real quick, let's pop over to CoinGecko and take a peek at a couple of things that I think are kind of interesting. So if we go over here, get on CoinGecko. All right, as you guys can see, I've got Unibright token pulled up. Unibright is one of the tokens that I've actually bought for this challenge. We are down on it a little bit right now. I am a little frustrated by that because I put into the private group a few days ago, and I probably should have updated it, but I put in, back when Unibright was probably sitting at 45 cents or so, I put in what I call a stink bid, where I put in a bid at 35 cents for Unibright in case the market crashed. And then a couple of days went by and nothing bad had happened, and the price really hadn't gone down much. And I was thinking that I wanted to free up some of the capital to maybe invest in other tokens. And so I undid my buy order at 35 cents. Well, if you guys can see here, over the last week, the 24-hour low, or just in the last couple of days here, was 38.5 or 35 cents, 35.8. And in the exchange that I had my stink bids on, it actually went down from what I saw down to about 34. So my bid for the Unibright would have executed at 35, and here we would be in some significant profit almost immediately. So one of the things that this challenge is teaching me is to follow my gut, to follow, what my heart is telling me to do. That was a great play. And then I screwed it up by undoing it, by canceling it and not giving it a chance to execute. So, but that isn't exactly the main reason I wanted to show you that. What I wanted to do is get over here to the main, tokens. And, just kind of look here. Bitcoin still coming in at 31,424. So over the last 24 hours, it's stabilized. That doesn't mean that we can't see another correction. Like I said, down into the mid 20s, low 20s, mid 20s, high 20s, and which is going to take everything else down here too. But one of the tokens, if you guys hadn't heard, we've got the Terra USD stablecoin. So as you guys know, stable coins are supposed to be $1. You've got USDT, USDC, DAI, and the Terra USD. You've got all these stable coins that are supposed to stay pegged to $1. Well, the Terra coin, even though it's supposed to be a stable coin, has lost its peg, and it's only worth 79 cents. And there's a lot of people right now that are totally panicking, that think that Luna is going out of business and that Luna is going to become worthless. Well, I'm here to tell you, and this is not financial advice, just my personal opinion, Terra Luna is going to make it through this. It's not going out of business. And just, as far as I'm concerned, go as low as you want to go, baby. So I picked up some tokens today when it was about $15.50. It went back up to as much as $17 or $18. And right now it's $15.70 at where I'm looking. So it's right about what I paid for it. I've got 3 stink orders in on it. I've got an order in at $12.50, an order in at $10.50, and an order in at $8.50 in case it continues to get beaten down. But if it does not go down to zero, it must come back up to $1 at some point in time. So yesterday, let me go ahead and click here on this. Yesterday, it went all the way down to 66 cents. And I didn't really think about buying it. So many people worried about it going to zero. And I kind of listened to everybody and kind of got in a little bit on the FUD myself. And I thought, man, what happens if this thing just really tanks all the way down to nothing? But, then I did a little bit more research and I realized how unlikely that is. There's almost no way, in my opinion, that Terra Luna is going out of business. It kind of reminds me back in 2008, 2009, when the stock market crashed Being here in Las Vegas, there was a couple of casinos, one MGM stock and like the Sands Venetian. They went from like $100 all the way down to $1. And I remember back then I never bought any, but I thought, man, as long as these casinos don't go out of business, this would be an amazing investment. And like a dummy, I didn't take advantage of it, even though I kind of saw the opportunity. I didn't have a lot of extra funds at the time. And I thought, that there was some possibility that they could go into bankruptcy. And it was an amazing opportunity that I didn't take advantage of. And I'm not going to make that mistake with this market. So my point is, right now, if you buy UST at 81 cents, if it doesn't go out of business, you're just about guaranteed at some point in time a 19% win. Like, it's going to go back up to $1. It's pegged to $1. So at some point in time, when everything stabilizes out, this sucker's got to go back up to $1. So if it goes back down to 50, 60, 40, a quarter, whatever, I don't know what it's going to go down to. I don't know. Maybe it's done going down. Maybe we missed our spot to get it at 60 something cents, but I should have, when it was down at 60 something cents yesterday, I should have got some, because there's nothing like getting, a nice little almost guaranteed 30, 35% on your money. Now, once again, it could go to zero, but I don't see Luna top 10 token. Now I think it's down to about 18, going all the way to zero, folks. Let's get back out here to the main page. A couple other tokens that I am keeping a pretty close eye on is Cardano here at 63 cents. It's down roughly 80% from its all-time high of $3. It's a token that I don't have a whole lot of. I have a few, but I'm looking at potentially getting into some Cardano. And then I got to tell you guys, Polkadot has been one of my favorite tokens. I know it didn't perform as well during the last bull market as we had hoped, but I still think that it's going to be an amazing token over the next handful of years. And one of my favorite things about Polkadot is that you can get 12% ROI. You get 12% paid in Polkadot on apps like Voyager, CoinZoom, I want to say, does 10%. If you're outside of the United States, I believe you can get 12 to 14% through Nexo. And so I love Polkadot, and I love the fact that I can earn 12% interest on my Polkadot. I did a video a while back in July of last year, actually, titled, "How many Polkadot do you need to fire your boss?" And I did an example where if you had 1,000 Polkadot, earning you 12% a year would be 120 Polkadot. And that I believe that Polkadot will be a $500 token over the next 2 to 5 years. So once it's at $500 a token, your 120 tokens in interest would be $60,000 a year. So if you were looking to replace a $60,000 a year income, you could go buy 1,000 Polkadot right now for about $11,500, earn 12% a year in Polkadot while you're waiting for it to go up, and then potentially have a passive income stream. Even if I'm wrong about 500 and it only goes to a couple hundred, have a passive income stream, even at $200 a token, be $24,000 a year. What if I'm wrong about it going to 500 and it ends up at $1,000 over the next 5 years? Now you're talking about $120,000 a year passive income, not even spending your original 1,000 Polkadot, just selling the 120 a year that you're getting in interest. The other token that I am super, super excited about, especially at this price, is Chainlink. Chainlink was a token. Now it's down to $8.73, down 21% over the last week, but beaten all the way down from a high of around $50. I really didn't think I was going to get an opportunity to buy any Chainlink this low. So let me get back out here and get to the meat and potatoes, because you guys are here. You guys are here to hear about the 10K Bankroll challenge, and I've been going on and on about everything else, but with the market conditions the way they are, I just thought it was so important to give you guys some hope, to give you guys some perspective. If you're sitting around with tears in your eyes and you're mad at the world and you're cussing up a storm and you're frustrated and you're blaming Joe Biden and all of the politicians and just, the Ukraine war and all of the reasons that things are the way that they are, and you're blaming them and you're mad at the world. I understand. I get frustrated with some of that stuff too. But folks, it's so important to take control of your mind, to focus on what you can control. Right now, it is what it is. We can't control what we didn't buy, what we didn't sell. Right now, though, we have an opportunity to take advantage of these unbelievable prices and the potential to get in even lower than this over the next few months if crypto continues to dive down. So focus on what you can control. Number one, make more money. Folks, if you're sitting on the sidelines and you got a lot of cash, fantastic. But if you're like me, like I'm doing okay in life, I'm a little frustrated and I'm a little stressed out. And if this market continued like this for a year or two, it would be pretty hard for me to totally stay solvent and pay all of my bills and live my life and not end up using up all my crypto. So I'm under a little stress too. But my main thing is I don't have a ton of cash on the sidelines. Most of my net worth is in crypto. So I'm frustrated because I'm looking at all of these cryptos and I haven't got the ability to jump in as deep as I would like to. I'm making some moves and moving some stuff around and getting some money into the market. But for those of you that have cash sitting on the sidelines, right now is an opportunity like you might never get again in your lifetime to take advantage of these prices. So figure out how to make more money. Contemplate maybe, once again, this is not financial advice. Don't do what I do. I'm pretty aggressive. So if I was working for an employer and I had a 401k program right now that I could borrow against or that I could get a few bucks out of, I would highly consider pulling some money out of the stock market, which I think is going to do very poorly for the upcoming, time to come. It's hard to say exactly for how long. But had you been investing in crypto over the last 3 or 4 years, you'd have made a whole lot more money than you did in your 401k, even though the stock market was doing amazing for the last several years. Crypto was bad for several of the years, but if you'd have just been buying it and holding it, you'd have made way more money in crypto over the last 3 or 4 years than you did in your 401k. And I believe that's true again. So once again, not financial advice. Don't do anything crazy for me, but if you got a 401k that you can dig into, not all of it, don't take all of your money. But if you've got, you can get a hold of $10,000, $25,000, $50,000. I think if you can get $50,000, $100,000 into this market at these prices, you're going to be a multi-millionaire over the next 2 to 5 years. The other thing I would look at is what can you sell? If you've got 2 or 3 cars and they're not getting driven, I just recently sold a 2002 Lincoln Navigator and a 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee because they weren't getting used very much. And I'd rather have the cash and be able to invest that into these assets instead of, save myself a couple $100 a month on car insurance. I got a few $1,000s in cash in my pocket. So what can you sell? I'm not telling you don't sell the car that you go to work with. But if you've got some extra cash laying around, or if you've got an extra car or a boat, I know selling the boat doesn't sound like any fun. You're getting summertime, you're getting ready to go out on the water and have fun. But if you could sell a boat right now for 10 grand and take a year off from going out on the boat during the summertime, and that $10,000 is going to turn into $100,000 or $200,000, $500,000 over the next couple of years so that you can buy the boat of your dreams. Isn't it worth the sacrifice? Once again, not financial advice. I'm not telling you to do, to quit having fun. But right now is the time to start being creative and figuring out ways that you can come up with extra money in your budget to invest in these tokens. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Let's get back to the bankroll challenge. So I'm going to pop open my notebook here, and I'm going to go over a few numbers. So originally, I bought 3,075 XRP for $2,002 at about 65 cents a piece. Those XRP are now worth $1,571. So we've lost about $430 or right around 20% on that XRP. I also bought some XCAD tokens, 245 of them for about $1,100. That's now worth about $722. So that token is down over 30%. I also bought some UBT, 3,356 of them for $1,940 at about 57 cents as we just looked, UBT is down at about 44 cents, and those are now worth $1,504. So the two new tokens, the two new acquisitions, those tokens were bought way back on April 27th. So, I wanted to deploy some of my capital before the feds announced the rate increase. And then I wanted to see kind of what happened after that announcement to deploy the other. So that was roughly $5,000 worth of the 10 grand. And it's down in the ballpark of around 20% or so. So that 5,000 is worth about 4,000 ish. Now, the tokens that I bought this week, and I talked about one of these tokens last week, was Metis. So let me go back here to my screen share and show you guys this token Metis. Now, this is a token that I actually did a video on back last October. This token was sitting at about $14 when I was doing the video, and it had a run last year. I was able to make some incredible gains with this token. I actually sold most of my tokens, and now I'm buying back in. But I sold this token. This all-time high here was $323. I bought it at about 14 bucks. So it was an amazing token for me. But as you guys can see, right now it's $37. So I purchased 10 of these tokens at $44.47. So about $444.77. I bought 10 of them. And that was a handful of days ago before this dip. Then yesterday, I bought another 16 of them for $35.72 a piece. So as you can see, I've gained a couple of bucks on that purchase. I own 26 of them right now, or 25.9, and they're worth about $954. Part of the reason I'm accumulating this is I want to show you guys another screen here real fast. For those of you that have never used the BitTrue exchange, I would like to show you guys the BitTrue exchange. So one of the reasons that I'm buying the Metis tokens, folks, is because there is an exchange called BitTrue. If you're in the United States, I recommend you use a VPN to create your account. But on BitTrue, they have a little thing called the earn feature here, and they have the Power Piggy. With this Power Piggy, you can hold your tokens. Now, I will give the disclaimer, I never recommend holding a high amount of net worth on an exchange. You have to do your own research, your own due diligence, and gauge your own risk tolerance. I have, a handful of dollars on here. And I've got some VET, as you can see here. It's not getting a lot, but I've got some VET on here. I've got some ZIL tokens on here. But what got me excited about Metis was not only the price all the way down to $35, but if you scroll down here, Metis right now has a 50% interest rate. So if you ship your Metis over to the BitTrue exchange, from what I've seen, there's not a lot of volume, so I wouldn't recommend buying your Metis on BitTrue. But once you have the Metis, if you ship it over here, you can lock your Metis up. Just need a minimum of one Metis, or actually half a Metis. But you can put it in here, and you can unlock it at any time. It is not locked for any particular length of time. You can unlock it any second of any day that you want and trade it if you like. But right now it's earning 50% interest. So here we are, we've got a token that is beaten down from 300 down to 37. It's got huge implications. If you go back and watch that video, Vitalik Buterin, the creator of Ethereum, his mom is on the team for the Metis token, and he has ties to Metis. That's one of the reasons that token did so well last year and rocketed up to over $300 a token, is because of Vitalik Buterin's mom and the connections and what it is trying to do. It's a layer 2 built on top of the Ethereum network. and it has got great fundamentals, and it's an amazing token. It's one of the top tokens right now that I'm looking to accumulate. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for the market to improve, you can get 50% interest on your Metis. So as I said, I've got about 26 of them. I just got them. I bought them on MEXC Global because there was a lot better volume. I believe you can get them on Uniswap, but I'm going to be getting them moved over here to BitTrue. Now, the last token that I just bought today, as we talked about not too long ago, was when I saw Luna flash all the way down to 15 bucks, I could not help myself. So I bought 50 Luna at $15.56 for about $778. So what that adds up to, folks, so we've got XRP, XCAD, UBT, Metis, and Luna. Those are the 5 tokens I've bought. I have spent a total of the $10,000, spent a total of $6,833 of the $10,000, and we've got $3,167 left in stable coins in case this market goes any lower. So I am holding on to that and waiting to kind of see what happens over the next few days. And then just to give you guys an idea, that 6833 right now is worth $5,529. So we've lost right about $1,300 worth of the 6,800, right about 20% in that ballpark, right about 20% that we're down right now. But this Luna buy, the Metis buy, and then if things rebound, I think we'll be back in the green very soon. So those are the updated numbers. Like I said, folks, if you want to get into the private investment Telegram group, it's only 20 bucks. Get into Telegram, message me. Let me put the link to the Infinite Crypto Telegram group here. So this is the Infinite Crypto Cruisers Telegram. And, it's more like a family than a group, folks. Those of you that have Telegram, I definitely highly recommend coming in and getting to be a part of this Infinite Crypto Telegram group. And then just simply DM me and I will give you a wallet address. You can send, BNB, any type of Binance Smart Chain token, Polygon, Matic, chain, Moonbeam network, any of the cheaper networks without, the huge Ethereum fees. I'm happy to take 20 bucks worth of just about any token and, get you into that private group. With that private group, everything that I do, all of this stuff that I'm going over today was done in real time in that private group. I updated it as I went, and I will continue to do so. Plus, in that private group, you're going to get other opportunities like private sales that are coming up. You're going to get first crack at them. There's going to be some promotions and some giveaways. So that group is a great group to be in. It's also a great way to support the channel. The other thing that you guys can do to support the channel is any of the super chats, like Maku here with his super chat earlier today. That's super appreciated. But folks, if you like this content, if this is valuable, if you're finding, that this is helping you to get through some of these tough times, please, one of the free things that you can do to support this channel is just hit that like button. I don't know how many likes this video has gotten so far, but if you're here still and you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button for me, please. That's a free way to help me. That helps the YouTube algorithm push this out to new people and share the channel with new crypto folks. So hit that like button. And as always, man, I love the comments. I appreciate all of the comments when you come in after the videos and, and just, say hi or let me know how things are going. Or if you have any tokens, that's the other great thing about this private investment group. I have people coming to me with tokens all day, every day. But if you're in the private investment group and you come to me, I'm going to take you much more seriously than just the average Joe off the street. So if you've got some tokens on your mind, bring them to the private investment group. Everybody helping everybody. I can do only so much, but we get 10, 20, 50, 100 people in that investment group, and they're all collectively bringing ideas and helping everybody out. It's going to be an amazing situation. So with that, folks, we've been going for about a half an hour. It's almost 8 p.m. here. I'm going to go grab a little dinner real quick. I usually quit eating by 8 p.m., so I'm going to go grab a quick 15-minute dinner and enjoy the rest of my evening. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Last but not least, go check out yesterday's video. We got 5 new tokens for you to pick in the game show giveaway, the Sunday game show giveaway. We give away $100 every single week. 2 lucky winners got $50 each yesterday. You can go watch that video and then comment which crypto you think is going to perform the best out of the 5 crypto that were picked yesterday. And then we're going to draw winners on Sunday. You can win $50 just for watching that video and commenting which crypto you think is going to do the best over the next week. So with that, folks, I love you all. I thank you for your time. God bless, and we will see you again tomorrow.